Hi, in this video I'm going to show you a method for getting down to and back up from the floor safely and confidently. This will be helpful for you if you sometimes struggle getting down or up from the floor. Maybe you manage it but you feel a bit ungainly, a bit unsteady, a bit unsure of yourself. Or if you're actually avoiding getting down to the floor because it worries you, you feel uncomfortable, or you aren't sure if you're going to be able to get back up again afterwards. If you have any concerns at all about your ability to get back up off the floor, then please make sure there's someone else in the house with you when you do this. Or the alternative would be to have a phone with you when you're on the floor if you know there's someone nearby who you can contact. But please do take care, watch first, and make sure there's someone with you if you're not sure you're going to be able to get back up again. All we need to do this is a sturdy chair. We are going to go on all fours, so it will be more comfortable if you practice this on a carpeted floor. If you don't have a carpeted floor, or it's easier for you to do this where you've got a hard floor, then I'd say get a couple of cushions. You can fold up an exercise mat, use some foam pads, something to put your knees on, because it might be a bit uncomfortable on a hard floor. So sometimes we think that the getting up is the key bit, but actually it's important to be able to get down to the floor safely as well. So we're going to do that step by step. We're going to start facing a sturdy chair. Take a big step towards the chair and hold on either to the arms or to the sides of the chair. From here, gently lower your back knee down towards the floor. When you're ready, take the other foot behind you. So we've got both knees on the floor and two hands on the chair. From here, we walk the knees back a little bit. Take one hand to the floor and then the other. Here we're in an all fours position and we can move around the floor as we need to. And we can also gently lower the hip to the side and come down to a seated position on the floor. So there are a number of reasons why it's really important that we maintain our ability to confidently get down to and back up from the floor. There are practical and psychological reasons why we really need to be able to do this. On a practical level, there's lots of things around the home that we need to be able to get down on the floor for. For home organization, for picking things up off the floor, for cleaning. If you've got pets, I'm sure you're going to need to get up and down from the floor. And then for there's the things that we really want to do. So if you have young grandchildren, you'll know that they love playing on the floor. So for you to be able to really get up close and engage with them, to be with them when they're playing with their train set or doing a teddy bear's picnic on the floor, you need to be able to get down on the floor on their level, look them in the eye and enjoy that special time with them. There's also a psychological element to it. So in my experience, it can be quite damaging to your self-esteem, self-confidence and sense of self when we stop being able to do things that we used to be able to do. And so when we can't get down to the floor, walk to a certain place, get up a certain flight of stairs, whatever it may be, our options sort of shrink and we feel slightly more limited. And I don't want that to happen to you. I want you to feel that you can do those stairs, you can get down on the floor and play with your grandchildren, you can walk that little bit further if you need to, that these things are available to you, these options are open. I think we feel good about ourselves when we know we can do the things we want and need to do, that we can get the places we want to go to, and that we can do the day-to-day activities that we need to do. And then that we can also have those special moments with the grandchildren. We can get down and look after our pets. We can get down in the garden and know we're going to be able to get back up again. So let's get back up again now. From this seated position, we just want to carefully and take your time with this. Please don't rush on the way up. Some people will do it in a few seconds. Some people need to take 10, 15, 20 seconds rest at each stop. That's absolutely fine, whatever's right for you. Take your time. From here, we're going to put both hands on the floor and lift that hip up and come onto all fours. We're going to walk on all fours towards our chair. One hand and then the other hand come on the chair. We're going to bring one foot forwards, and if we can, we're going to curl the toes of the back foot under. Now from here, there are a couple of things we can do to help ourselves to come up to standing. The first one is to take a deep breath in and then breathe out as we push up. The other is to do a little bit of a rock back and forth to get some momentum. So whichever one you choose to do, we're going to now 1, 2, 3, push up to standing, bring that back foot forwards. Now stay here for a second, holding onto the chair and with your knees bent, and then carefully walk your hands back up to standing. When you're here, pump your heels. Just get that blood flowing back up. Sometimes when we stand up from being down on the floor, the blood pressure can drop a little bit and we can feel a little bit dizzy. So when you get up, stay close to the chair, pump your heels a little bit, and be very careful when we're turning around, because if we get up and turn around too quickly, that can throw off our balance too. I hope you've enjoyed learning this method for getting down to and back up from the floor safely and confidently. We do have another video, so if you have a lot of trouble getting on all fours and putting your knees on the floor, there is another video for you where we show you a technique for getting up without putting any weight on your knees on the floor. I would recommend practicing this. So practice it when you've got lots of time, when you've not got people around you, there's not too much going on, and so that you really feel comfortable with all the steps and you've practiced it, so that if you're on the floor playing with your grandchildren and the doorbell rings and you feel a little bit of stress to get to the door quickly, you know, I can do this, I know the steps, okay, I'm going to do this, rather than that's kind of the first time you're doing it for ages and it becomes a little difficult. So I really hope this helps you. Take care. Thank you so much for joining me for this video.